to North of 60. I'm Heidi Schweighofer. Before I introduce our first guest, I want to thank those of you who have written emails to me at my new email address and acknowledge that you watched the show. I even had someone say they learned something from one of the guests, and that made me feel very happy. So thank you so much, and always feel free to email me at north of 60hctv@gmail.com. Well, we're going to have fun today. My very first guest is Susan Papinotti, a fitness assistant and personal trainer at Laurel Lake. I found Susan because I used to enjoy yoga very much, and then I had a variety of joints replaced, and I no longer felt comfortable doing floor yoga. I called a number of places in town to see if anyone offered an alternative like a chair yoga, and I couldn't find anyone, and I called Laurel Lake, and I found Susan. So thank you so much for being here. Now, what do you do at Laurel Lake?
I am a fitness assistant and also the personal trainer there at Laurel Lake.
And do you work 9 to 5?
I'm part-time there. I work 20 hours a week as a fitness assistant and then extra hours on top of that personal training if people want some extra training on the side.
So they ask you and hire you then to do their personal. Mm-hmm. When I was there, Susan, that fitness center was amazing. When did all of that happen?
That was just finished in 2018. It took about a year and a half of renovations. And that was, we have a brand new fitness center, a brand new exercise studio, a brand new pool, and we have a nice warm water therapy pool now as well, so which we did not have before.
Oh,
and it's beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
How nice. It was ginormous.
Yes.
Honestly, I couldn't believe the size of the whole area. I didn't know you had a new pool there, too.
Yes, we have a new pool.
Now, do you do aquasize and some of the swim things?
I do not teach the water aerobics. We have another fitness assistant who does that. So I do mostly all the land exercise classes. So anything on the land I do.
So how many classes are offered? And are they only for the residents?
Yes, they're only for the residents, or if you're on the wait list there, you are allowed to come in and take our classes. If you're waiting to be move into Laurel Lake, you're allowed to come in and take our classes as well.
That's nice to know. I wonder if people know that. I hope so.
Yeah, we get a lot of wait list people come in. So yeah, I teach a variety of classes from a low impact aerobics class to a cardio boot camp to a...
Do you really?
Yes, I teach a cardio boot camp. I teach a chair exercise with weights and bands, kind of similar to silver sneakers. I do actually, besides the chair yoga, I do a yoga Pilates combination class where we are on the floor with mats. So I do a class like that as well. So we offer a variety of classes. Almost every day there's an exercise class going on that you can attend.
Are they well attended?
Yes, very much so.
I would expect that. I was surprised at the number of people that were in the fitness center when you and I visited. And on all of the machines, and I don't know why I was surprised, but it was really nice to see everybody getting ready and fit. Now, the exercising challenges I know increase or can increase for those of us that are over 60. I mentioned joint replacements, but I know that there's also other issues that I hear from my friends in my age group of being concerned about balance or being concerned about falling on the ice if they take walks outside. Or what are you seeing over at Laurel Lake? Because you really do have the over 65 group.
We do. Those are a lot of our challenge. Balance is a big one. That's why I incorporate a lot of balance work in almost all my classes that we do. Balance and knee replacements, hip replacements are big ones. So we see a lot of that. That's where you just kind of have to adapt. That's why I do a lot of seated chair exercise classes as well. So people, if they have trouble standing the whole time, they don't have to stand the whole time. So we can do a combination of sitting and standing.
Oh, good.
So that's what we offer there. So for the people with a lot of challenges.
Good, good. All right. Well, today I'm hoping that we can actually do some chair yoga, and I would love to learn a routine that really helps the major muscle groups
Yes.
in my body. Can we do that?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Yep.
Susan, now, everyone, you notice we're sitting away from the table. We are going to do a routine. But I want to ask you, how do you adopt regular floor yoga with chair yoga?
I actually took a certification called Silver Age Yoga, and it's a company based in California, and they have designed the whole class around seniors. So, and
Excellent. Now, do you keep that certification going with new classes on a routine
Yes.
basis? Or? Oh, so you'll learn new routines
learn
to
new
teach in your
routines, yes.
classes. Well, let's start.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm going to just be quiet now.
Okay, so I kind of always start my classes, I kind of have you just kind of relax your hands. I always have people close their eyes, or if they don't feel comfortable closing their eyes, I just kind of have them, kind of focus on their breathing. So we close our eyes, focus on your breathing. You're going to breathe in and out. Just kind of sit and relax. Good, so I typically do that for about 1 to 2 minutes. For time's sake today, we won't do that, but so I usually start just some real basic exercises that probably most people do on their own. So I'm going to start with a real basic shoulder roll. So we're going to lift those shoulders up nice and slow and roll them back. Good.
I don't do this on my own at home.
I do this in a lot of my classes, not just chair yoga for a
yes,
warm-up.
I'm
so
sure.
It's very good. It feels good.
It does feel, and I keep hearing from people who are ripping rotator cuffs and doing all these
Yes.
shoulder injuries as they get older.
So then I kind of start with a nice head roll. So I kind of start with looking down at the ground, and then we're going to we're going to look over that left shoulder. So you're going to roll that head, look over that left shoulder.
All right.
Good. Look down at the ground again, and you're going to roll down and look over that other shoulder.
Oh, this feels really good. I don't think I stretch these muscles very
Yes.
often. Really?
And then you're going to look down at the ground again. I do this several times just to get a good. And this is a good thing to do in the morning when you wake up, when you're all stiff.
We're all stiff. That's exactly right. My gosh, you could almost do this sitting on the side of your bed.
Yep. Let's do one more.
All right.
Good.
Well, I could do that about 1,000,000 times a day.
Good. So then put your hands on your knees, and we're just going to kind of slowly get that spine warmed up. We're going to roll around that chair. So you kind of roll.
All right, I have a happy spine.
Then go the other way a little bit. Good.
You're kind of going down, up from the up to
and
the
around.
bottom.
Yep,
Yeah,
up and
good.
around. Feels good. And then I usually go into a forward fold. Now, there are some contraindications. So for people who get dizzy when they bend forward, I ask them not to do this. Or if they have vertigo, this is one exercise that I do not have them do. So
Okay.
there's plenty of people. I have some vertigo sometimes, so I have to really watch when I bend forward. So kind of have them sit back in that chair a little. And then we just kind of take our hands and we're going to roll forward nice and slow and reach for those toes. Kind of drop that head. You should feel a good stretch in that lower back.
Oh, yes, I do. Again, you could do this sitting on the side of your bed.
Good, and just kind of roll up. And I kind of say we kind of one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Good, come up, good. And so we're going to do a twist. So again, if you have a really bad back, I ask you not to do this one. So I'm going to put one hand on your knee, and then the other hand is going to go on that chair, and you're going to look towards that curtain over there. There you go. You're just going to give your lower back a good twist. This should feel good. There should not be any pain.
No, it feels, you don't think you're not, you think you're stretching, but I'm not, clearly.
Good, then slowly we go to the other side. So you're going to put that hand on the knee, other hand on the chair.
Oh, that feels
Does
good.
it feel good?
Thank you. My back feels better than it has in a while.
Good, and come forward. Good. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to come into prayer here. So we're going to come down into prayer. We're going to open up those elbows. You're going to open them up. Good. And we're going to do what's called a side shifting. So you're going to take that left elbow and you're going to push towards the left side. You're going to just push. You should kind of feel a good stretch in that back, some of the triceps.
Yep.
Good. Then kind of come back to the middle here. Good. Then push to the other side.
I do feel it on my triceps.
Mm-hmm.
Or as my friend called them when she visited us this weekend, bat wings.
Really?
Really.
Okay, and then one more time, push and stretch. Good. Good, so this time you're gonna take that elbow and you're gonna go to the opposite knee. So this is a little more challenging of a hold. Then you're gonna lift up and you're gonna look up at that ceiling. And kind of, when you're in these poses, I tell you to kind of focus on that breathing. Kind of take some deep breaths in and out. Good, you should feel a good stretch in that back and shoulders.
I sure do.
Good, then come up nice and slow. We're gonna come up back to the prayer and we're gonna go towards that other side. So take that elbow and you're gonna bring it all the way on that knee and kind of look up at that, gaze up at that ceiling.
Oh my gosh, you know, this really is a stretch. I feel it in a whole bunch of places, including my back, but in a good way.
Good. And just come up. Good, and relax. So let's do it. So this is a pretty well-known yoga pose that you can do on the floor, but what I do is on the chair. It's called the cat and the dog. So you're gonna put your hands on your knees and you're just kind of sink into that chair. So we're gonna do that cat. You're gonna kind of sink in, round out that back, bring that head down, take some deep breaths, and then you're gonna open up that chest and we're gonna look up at that ceiling. Kind of look up, that's the dog. Good. Good, take a breath in and come back to that cat. Good, open up back to that dog. Up, look up at that ceiling, open up that chest. Good, breathe in one more time for that cat.
You know, it's always struck me in yoga how important the breathing part is.
So breathe, and then I say breathe out as you come out. Breathe out, open up that chest, open up those shoulders. Good, and just kind of relax. Good,
I feel great.
Do you feel good?
Thank you. Okay,
Okay,
I'm
so
ready.
let's do a few of the lower body. So I'm gonna just start with a real easy one. So you're gonna take that knee and bring it up into the chest here. So bring it, sometimes if people have a challenge holding that knee, you can come underneath, but you're just gonna hold here nice and soft, sit up nice and tall, and then we're gonna circle that hip around. So we're gonna bring that hip around nice and slow. Good, and reverse, go the other way.
You know, after you have joint replacements, I won't say you, I'll say whoever, you know, I experience sometimes a little fear that I'm going to hurt them or
yes.
something bad is going to happen.
Okay, so let's do that other side. So bring that knee up. I had shoulder surgery about 6 months ago, so I found this class was probably my most challenging class because of all the stretches.
Sure.
So, but it really did help. It helped me kind of heal and get back to have full range again.
Well,
so,
and the exercises were you able to do those shoulder exercises?
I was not at the beginning.
No kidding.
No,
Oh my gosh.
So let's roll that hip around. Yeah, so it's, I think it's really helped me. That's kind of why I came back to work and wanted to teach, is to kind of get
yourself
shoulder,
healed. Yeah, I can well imagine.
Good, and reverse. Let's go the other way. Reverse that hip.
Gosh, Susan, you know, I do exercise every day, but I don't do these. And I'll tell you, I really can feel them in like all my major muscle groups here.
Okay, and relax. Good. So I like to do some strengthening ones as well. So we're going to do what's called a row. So we're going to bring those arms up. We're going to come up, and we're going to reverse, go all the way back around. You're going to stop here, and we're going to pull. We're going to squeeze those shoulder blades. Squeeze those shoulder blades and hold. Focus on that breathing too. up again, up. And reverse. Here and pull, squeeze those shoulder blades. Good, one more time, up and around. Good, and squeeze. Good, and just relax here. So we're gonna climb that rope today. So this is my class always makes fun of me when I do this. You're gonna reach up for that swing. So you're gonna reach up as far as you can and reach and pull. Good, and relax. I think we got up that. I think we got up that rope.
And more so.
We're there. Okay, so I like to work on some of the fingers as well. So we're gonna bring our hands up, we're gonna bring that palm up. It's important, especially as you get older, to work those joints.
I have arthritis in my hands, so.
So this is one that I do for the fingers, is we're gonna start here, then we're gonna just bring those knuckles in. Bring those in here, thumb out, good. And then we're gonna bring it all the way in to make that fist. Good, and just hold. Good, and you're gonna open up real quick, open. Good, come back in, fold those fingers, good, and then bring it back in.
Who would ever think of exercising fingers?
Yes, and yeah, this is a good one. Good, let's do that other hand. So you're gonna bring that palm up, start bringing those fingers in. Good, and then make that fist.
And then.
Good, and then you open. Good, curl in. Good, make that fist. And open. The nice one, little one that I do also for the fingers is we play the piano. So we're gonna actually play the piano. So we start, you're gonna do those fingers. Sometimes I have some nice piano music playing.
Really?
So we play that
we
piano.
could hum, but it wouldn't be quite the same
I know, it seems a little silly, but this is a good one for those fingers.
Sure.
So just back and forth.
How many people complain about finger stuff?
A lot.
Because you get like trigger fingers and
Yes,
stuff.
trigger fingers, arthritis too, where you
in
can't
your
grab
knuckles.
things anymore. So,
Oh, wow.
So that's a big one. People have trouble, and sometimes, depending on what kind of arthritis you have, people are all crippled up. And,
Oh, sure. All
Yeah.
right. Good.
Okay, so I'm going to do this one is kind of a strengthening one called a seated squat. So this is a good one you can do. Kind of have people sit on the edge of that chair. We're going to kind of focus on working on these quads here. So then you're going to lean forward and kind of bring those arms up, nice flat back.
I'm gonna hope I don't
Don't
fall
fall
off
off
the
that chair. That's what I always tell my class. Try not to fall off the chair. Good. And usually just hold for a few seconds, and then we come back. Good. You can see a lot of the weight is on those quads.
Yeah.
Good. Lean forward, flatten out that back.
I always think of squats as being awful,
Yeah,
real
but this
squat.
this is a nice squat. This doesn't put too much pressure on the knees.
A nice squat.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, one more up.
Yeah, it doesn't put any pressure on the knees. You can feel it in your thighs.
Yep, and then come back. Good. So let's bring those feet out again. This is one of my favorites. It's called a sunflower. And you're going to see why. We're going to start up here. We're going to bring those arms up. Inhale. Good. And then we're going to exhale down towards the ground. Again, if you have some issues with vertigo or getting dizzy, this one is one I don't recommend. Inhale. Take a deep breath in. Good. And breathe out. This is a good one, working, help strengthening that lower back. Good. Nice flat back as you come forward. Good. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Good. And one more up. Good. And just come back to center.
I just love these. I really do. I am going to watch us, and so that I can continue to keep remembering these routines. Okay.
Okay, so this is a well-known yoga one. I'm going to do warrior seated. So you can see
Oh,
what a warrior would
Okay.
be like. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our legs out, okay? And then you're just going to kind of turn towards the side. So again, this is when I try to tell my class not to just, be off of the...
Okay,
Yeah,
I see you.
Yeah. So I try to keep that back leg as straight as you can. Have one hand on the chair. So I
Yeah.
always start with a hand on the chair. Then we're going to bring that arm up. Good. Then I always offer them the option of bringing that other arm up. How to work on some of that balance.
Yep, I can feel it.
Good. And then we're going to open up that chest. You're going to open up that chest, and then you look over that middle finger.
Over the
middle finger.
so I look back.
You look forward.
I look
Forward, sorry. Look forward.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
Okay,
you
got
look,
it.
You
got
look
it.
over that middle finger.
Gotcha.
Good. Good. And then I just have them come out, and we come back to center.
And I betcha we do it on this side.
And then,
Now, again, I'm going to kind of watch you
good.
stick it.
So bring those feet out wide. Good. And then you're going to turn. Good. Toes towards that curtain. Try to have that back leg as straight as possible. Good. And then slowly start by bringing that one arm up.
All right. I have to turn around just a little bit.
I know, that's okay. If you have to
All
look
right.
at me, then bring that other arm up. Good, just hold here.
That's
hold.
right.
Good.
And then I bring
Then
one.
you bring that right arm out, and then you want to look over your left.
That's
Good.
right. You know, I feel it in my back there. Should I be?
Yeah, you're going to feel it. You're probably going to
Good.
feel it there
Good.
in your hip flexors and in your hamstrings.
I'm glad you know the names of all the muscles.
Good. And let's come back to center.
Oh, good. All right. We have time for...
Let's do I'll show you some standing exercises
Yes,
that we
good,
can
good,
do,
good.
okay?
All right.
So these are ones that, so I'm going to take our chair and we're just going to turn it towards us. We're going to turn this towards us. Good. And this is a stretch I like to do, feet apart, about shoulder width apart. This is a good hamstring stretch. So you're going to hold those elbows, and we're going to come down. This is called a forward fold. And then we're going to touch those elbows to the chair and just kind of hold. Try to keep those legs straight. Don't lock the knees, though.
I'm not. And
Good.
you really feel it in the back
Yes,
and in the hamstrings, huh?
And that's probably one of the biggest issues with people in lower back problems is their tight hamstring.
I bet.
So this is an excellent one to do to stretch those hamstrings. Good. And then just bend those knees and just kind of roll up nice and slow. Try to get your bearings.
Good.
Good.
That felt good.
Okay. And let's turn that chair back. So we're going to use this side of the chair. So we're going to do a really popular one that is done on the floor in yoga called downward dog.
Yeah.
So downward dog is something that you can do on a chair. So you're going to put your hands on your chair. You're just going to kind of slowly walk those feet back as far as you feel comfortable. And you want to press those shoulders and you're down to the ground. Good. Head down.
Oh, hamstrings.
Yes, another good. But you should get a good stretch in those shoulders
Yes,
as well.
in my arms too, yeah.
Good. And then just kind of walk back in towards that chair. Good. One more I'll show you for balance. A good one that we do.
please
This is
do.
one that is well known in yoga is the tree. So
Yes.
you're going to stand to the side of your chair.
All right.
Okay, and I just start with a real basic. They can hold on to you can hold on to the chair if you need to, but we're just going to put that heel and toe right here. And again, I just kind of have you bring those arms up if you can. I mean, there's some people who can't even do this without holding on. But if you need to,
I'll tell you, Susan, it's just amazing to me how different my balance is at 65 versus even in my 50s.
good. Then kind of bring those hands down. We're going to take it a little bit harder. So you're going to bring that foot up onto that calf here. And then bring one arm up if you can.
Yes.
Good. And just kind of focus here. And then I always tell people, let's bring that other hand up if you can. Good. And
For
just
about a second.
for a
See?
second.
It
So-
used to be easier.
Yes. It is. I find as I get older, the stretching part is the one that tends to go the most for me.
But
We
you
just
mean
don't
it's
stretch.
harder for
yes,
you
it
to
doesn't-
stretch?
Yes, we don't stretch like we used to.
That's exactly right. You know, I loved this. Thank you so
welcome.
very much, because everything felt good.
Good.
It was not scary. I was not afraid I was going to fall or whatever. And I really I felt all of the stretches as we were doing them, all the way down, frankly, to my feet. So
That's
thank
good.
you,
You're
Susan.
welcome.
Thank you so much. So it's north of 60. My guest was Susan Papanetti. Did I pronounce it right?
Papanetti. That's okay.
Papanetti. And I hope you enjoyed this routine. Try it at home. Thank you so much.